Hello everyone, welcome to the Virtual Effects Schule. You are watching another video where we pit one person in the half-armour famously worn by the flamboyant German mercenaries known as Landsknechten against another person in full armour representing a late 15th century knight on foot. The last time I did a video like this, I came to the tentative conclusion that Landsknecht armour is really good at preventing you from getting hit, but when you do get hit, it tends to be quite bad. After that video went up, I got a lot of really insightful comments that led me to think about our approach a little bit. One thing that people quite rightly pointed out was that the kit I wore for that video left my legs completely unprotected. Now this is a feature rather than a bug. Marching in leg armour is pretty hellish, so most professional infantry of the early 16th century would forgo it altogether. That said, it does cause a problem for the sparring matchup, as my opponents didn't really get to commit to attacks to the legs. And that got me thinking about how to fix that. Initially I thought I could just make some new poofy Landsknecht bands to hide leg protection under, but that plan got abandoned quite quickly. It was just too much of a hassle. Instead, I figured it would be a good idea to use my HEMA protective gear under my armour, as that would provide protection everywhere, even when there's no actual steel plate coverage there, without compromising mobility or making the judging of hits unnecessarily complicated. The only concession here was the fencing mask to replace the helmet, for which we count the front of the mesh as a valid hit for thrusts. That said, the hat with the feathers stayed, as that is an absolutely essential part of kit. So at the Harnischfechten Symposium in Germany last September, I managed to get a couple of bouts in. One against someone in full armour with swords, and a couple more against other people wearing half armour with polearms. Just as with the previous video, a shield indicates that a hit wouldn't have done much against armour, and a spray of blood, well, that speaks for itself, it's a penetrating hit. And finally, the bonk would be a hit to an armoured part that would still potentially do some damage to the person underneath. Of course, a lot of these hits are still only judgment calls on my part, but I think they give enough of an indication to help give you an idea what's going on in these exchanges. That said, I'm under no impression that a lot of these hits by themselves would be fight stoppers. Ultimately, each concussive hit and bleeding wound would impact one's ability to carry on fighting over time, but in the moment humans tend to be quite good at shrugging things off. It's just that I don't think it's such a good idea to do continuous armored fighting with people I've just met, so perhaps that's a fun idea to do when I meet up with regular sparring partners in the future. Overall, I found that leg shots really are not as viable as you would think. As I suspected, you really need to get the timing right, even when the legs are unprotected. The ones that succeeded mostly happened up really close, when still in a bind with the other person's weapon. That said, some cheeky shots to the legs or feet are very useful to set up a feint. But when you get it wrong, there's a very real risk of getting hit in the head instead. Another interesting thing I found is that with a sword, it was a lot easier to find the weak spots in armor than it was with a polearm. Anyway, check out these fights. I'm really looking forward to see what you think about them. Cheers!
Well, it's always an option. Take it and sell it on to somebody else. I have like some. I gotta try.
Lekker.
Wir zogen in das Feld, da hätten wir weder Säckel noch Geld, Landsknecht, alla mi presente al vostra signori, alla mi presente al vostra signori. Wir kamen vor 7 tot, wir kamen vor 7 tot, da hätten wir weder Wein noch Brot, alla mi presente al vostra signori, alla mi presente al vostra Wir zogen in das Feld, wir zogen in das Feld, da hätten wir weder Säckel noch Geld, Landsknecht, alla mi presente al vostra signori, alla mi presente al vostra signori. Wir kamen vor 7 tot, wir kamen vor 7 tot, da hätten wir weder Wein noch Brot, alla mi presente al vostra signori, alla mi presente al vostra signori. Wir kamen vor Friaul, wir kamen vor Friaul, da hätten wir allesamt Großmaul, Strampelemi, alla mi presente al vostra signori, alla mi presente al vostra signori. Wir kamen vor Benevent, wir kamen vor Benevent, da hat halb unsere
Let's do it, yeah.